Hi, I'm Kelly Rowlett Pressgrave. I'm president and CEO of Work With Your Hands, and we are so proud to be a sponsor of Power Women of the Trades podcast. You can reach us at workwithyourhands.com. Kelly at workwithyourhands.com is my email.
At Relentless Digital, we believe in breaking barriers and driving innovation. That's why we are extremely proud to sponsor the Power Women of the Trades podcast, supporting the voices and success of women in the home service industry. Together, we're creating a future where talent shines, regardless of gender, and diversity thrives. Join our journey at relentless-digital.com and always be relentless in your pursuit of excellence.
This episode of Power Women of the Trades is also brought to you by Forrest Perry of Forrest Perry Digital Marketing. Want to generate more leads for your service business? Trust his team to deliver quality new customer leads and protect your brand online. Check out perrymarketing.com today.
Welcome to Power Women of the Trades podcast. This show is all about breaking barriers and changing the game. Our guests will feature some of today's most successful female entrepreneurs and other advocates of our industry as well. Because if there's one thing we know for sure, female-led entrepreneurship drives change on multiple levels. We want to empower women in the trade industry like you so you can maximize your potential, stay balanced, achieve long-term success, and claim ownership over your life. Let's get started.
Welcome back to the Power Women of the Trades podcast. You may be a little surprised to hear my voice today, but my name is Kailee, and while I usually work behind the scenes, today I'm stepping up to the mic. And I'm so excited to introduce our new podcast with Heather. So, hey, Heather.
Hey, everybody.
In this episode, we're going to dive into her background, what brought her here, and share some fun facts to help you get to know her better. So, are you ready for some questions, Heather?
Yes.
All right, we'll start with number one. Can you tell us a little bit about where you grew up in your background?
I'm originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but we moved out to the West Coast in 1988, so I have grown up in the Happy Valley area of the Portland metro since about 1988.
Awesome. What do you like to do in your free time when you aren't working?
When I'm not working, because my kids are grown now, and so I have a little bit more freedom than a lot of people out there. My husband and I love to golf. We golf a couple of times a week, and we also have a golf cart that we pass out free ice cream to the neighborhood kids on the weekends. So that's been a lot of fun for us to do in our new neighborhood.
That's so fun. All right, another question. How did you first get into this industry?
Kind of by chance. Some people have probably heard on other podcasts. While I was in college, there was a general contractor that was remodeling one of the dormitories at the college that I was attending, and they needed help. And so I went to work for that construction company while I was still in college, and it kind of just was my intro to get into the trades. I fell in love with the industry and working in the trades, and it kind of just took off from there.
That's awesome. How many years have you been in the industry now?
26 years.
Very nice.
It's crazy. I don't feel that old.
Right? Time flies for sure. I've been 2 years now, and I feel like I just started yesterday. It's
Do
crazy.
you just love it though?
I do love it. It's so much fun. I would have never thought I would ever be in the trades, but here we are, and I couldn't imagine not being in the trades now.
I couldn't either, honestly. My parents were in the medical industry. My husband's in the medical industry. I always thought I'd end up in some sort of a medical career. I originally went to college for microbiology and quickly realized that chemistry was really, really hard. I had never really struggled with school until that. Kind of changed directions and went the accounting route.
Oh, very nice. What are some key lessons that you've learned throughout your career?
Probably the biggest one is that you never want to be the smartest person in the room. For me, I love to learn. There's always new things to learn. And when you walk into a room of people smarter than you, there's always something big to learn from that. Also, failing forward. I mean, a lot of times when we fail in our careers or in, a decision that we've made in our life, you're hard on yourself and you question, what you should have done differently. But really, failing is merely just an opportunity to try something. And if it doesn't work, then you change it and you learn from it. And so that's one of the big things that I've learned throughout my career. It's just never stop learning. And failure is just an idea that didn't work out. And you just have to learn to pivot and change directions and move forward from it.
I love that. All right, we're going to switch gears and go a little fun. So what's a movie or TV show that you never get tired of watching?
Yellowstone. Yellowstone is probably one of my favorite series ever. My husband and I have binge watched it at least 5 or 6 times at this point. We're waiting for November 10th for the next season to come out and find out what happens with the Dutton family. So that's my favorite show. I've got a ton of other ones, just movies that you could watch. Anything Happy Gilmore you can watch over and over again.
Yes, I'm a big golfer too, so love that movie. What's one item on your bucket list that you're eager to check off?
Oh boy, what would one bucket list item? Probably, this is kind of a funny thing. People that know me know this about me. I haven't done it yet, but I love heavy equipment. And I heard that if you go, there's some place in Vegas where you can basically pay a fee to operate heavy equipment, like, backhoes and dump trucks and things like that. I just think it's kind of fun. And it's kind of something that I just have always wanted to do, dig a hole with a backhoe.
What excites you most about joining this podcast as a host?
I'm super excited about just meeting people that I haven't met yet in the industry and being able to have those down to earth conversations that we have on the podcast and learning more about other people in the industry that in kind of in a way that you don't always get to at a trade show or at like a super meeting or an EGIA. I love that networking piece of this industry and meeting new people around the country, but being able to have the opportunity to sit down and just have, a down to earth conversation. I'm super, super excited about that. And to learn, what other people are seeing as far as changes in the industry, AI being one of the big things that's new to our industry and coming in pretty hard and fast. And I'm really excited to see where that's going to go and to get other people's perspectives on it. And then lastly, just how other women got into the trades. We all have a unique story about what got us here or what kept us here or, why we're still in it or big moves that we've made within the industry in the time that we've been in it. And I'm sure that you'll get an opportunity to see that over the next couple of years. You've been 2 years at Quality and doing amazing things for the Quality team. And you were such a huge asset to have joined their team. And you're going to really get to see a lot over the next couple of years as things in our industry change. So I'm excited to maybe potentially interview you at some point and see what your thoughts are about, being a woman and getting into the trades from a marketing aspect and all the amazing things that you've done at Quality just in the short time that you've been there.
Yeah, that'll be so fun.
Most businesses' online presence is boring. And by being boring, they're losing out on potential sales and customers. Being interesting and exciting is what draws customers in and gets them to buy from you. But it's hard to be interesting online when you're focused on running your business and taking care of your customers. It doesn't have to be this way. We have the key to unlocking the solution to your problem. Key Heart Marketing can help take your business from boring to brilliant on social media. We can vouch for them. They run our podcast socials. If you want to have a strong social media presence that allows customers to know, like, and trust you, connect with Key Heart Marketing at keyheartmarketing.com.
Heather has actually also joined the Quality team too, and we're super excited about that. So not only do we get to work on the podcast together, but we get to work at Quality together too. So super excited.
And I am super excited about that. That wasn't the original plan, but then Cassie and I had multiple conversations, and I couldn't be more proud to be part of the Quality team. I've watched you guys from afar and been friends with Cassie and Oscar for a long time. And so the opportunity to come be a part of the team has been really absolutely perfect for me. I mean, you guys saw my excitement last week when I was there on site, and it was really sad for me to leave. I actually cried at the airport.
Oh, yeah, we're trying to get Heather to move to Oklahoma so she can hang out with us all the time. What kind of topics are you looking forward to discussing on the show?
Things like I was saying, what other people around the industry are learning from the AI piece that's coming into our market, and mostly, how the women that we interview got into the trade and what they're passionate about and the path that they took in their life.
Yeah, I think that's one of my favorite parts is getting to hear everyone's story and all the different things that you can do in the trades that I had no idea you could do until I got into the trades. So
that's also a good point. Yeah, there's so many aspects of it that, you really don't know. And you start talking to people around the country and things that they've done and how they've been innovative in their field or what they've done as far as like when we interviewed, a couple people and you find out, how they got in and what they ended up doing and pioneering the road for women in the trades.
Yeah. What motivates you to get up in the morning and keep pushing forward?
Just life itself. I mean, I'm a very driven person. I love to work. I love seeing companies grow. I love seeing the amazing things that driven companies can accomplish in our market, in our industry. And it just drives me. I love life and I love people and I just love those relationships. And it really energizes me to move forward.
Awesome. One last question. What's a piece of advice that you give someone just starting out in the industry?
Don't be afraid to try new things and don't be afraid to fail. That's probably the biggest thing is, the industry is constantly changing. There's a lot of opportunities that you may not even see as an opportunity the first time that it crosses your path. And just, I would say, keep an open mind and, look for the opportunities that present themselves, even if they don't seem like opportunities, and don't be afraid to fail and learn from the failure and just keep moving forward.
I think that's great advice for sure. Well, Heather, I had so much fun getting to chat with you today and let our listeners get to know you a little bit better. And I'm so excited to see what this year holds as you are a new.
I am too. I'm excited for my next trip back to Tulsa too. That was such a fun week working with everybody and being part of the team. So I'm super excited. And then with the podcast, we'll see everybody at Service World Expo.
Yes. And then Super Meeting next week.
Service World Expo. And then we have a couple other events coming up. Very excited to be a part of.
Yes, for sure. Well, thanks, Heather.
Thank you. All right. Take care. I'll see you soon.
This has been Power Women of the Trades. Like what you hear so far? Leave us a review at Apple. And make sure to listen to our other episodes wherever you enjoy listening to your podcasts. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you on the next one.